Welcome. This is a great pleasure to bring a story of Polish LLM, Polish open source model Bielik. We'll be hosting this presentation together with Katarzyna Staroslawska on my right. We've divided the presentation into two parts. So the spirit, the spark, and the proof. I will have the privilege of presenting the first part of the story, so the spark. Kasia, how about you? What are you going to tell about?
I am the data person. I will show the data.
Okay, so let's start. From a community spark to a national impact, the story and power of Bielik.AI. By the way, for those of you who can supposedly know what is Bielik, is the Polish eagle. First, the spark. Let's start with the open question. In a world dominated by tech giants, how does a nation find its own authentic voice in the AI revolution? Interesting, especially for a country like Poland, a medium-sized country with almost 40 million people population, located between different cultures. We are at the border of the European Union right now. However, we are a very interesting country for the Chinese companies because, for example, I can give you some hints here. Temu is the most popular app downloaded right now on the mobile devices in Poland. It's getting so big and popular that even the biggest e-commerce platform, Allegro, has seen the fallouts speaking to the revenue last year for the first time in history. On the other side, when you come on the main street of Warsaw and see the brands at the tenement houses, you can see on one side, for example, Lenovo, and on the other hand, the shining bright saloon with BID cars. Also, Xiaomi is also well-recognized and well-known brand, one of the most popular ones in Poland, speaking to the mobile phones and other devices. But we are talking here about the open source models. And I wanted to just came back to the 90s. This guy on the screen is Linus Torsten, the student born in Helsinki, who in 1991 started a project that changed the world of the software for the server's architecture. That was his hobby project, and the project that was invented in the world dominated by closed, expensive software. That was the birth of Linux, the open source revolution. So right now, the Linux runs more than 90% of world's top 1 million server. Mark Twain once said that history doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes, right? Sounds familiar? Then software was closed for servers. Now intelligence and data are closed. So what's the risk of closed models? What are the challenges and those nuances? I think that when you look at the models and the technology, like I am looking at this, I'm not technological at all, I'm a journalist. I look at the closed models like digital tourists. So they don't understand the nuances of the language, 24 plus European languages. They ignore local laws and regulations, and they think in a global context, imposing a foreign viewpoint. For example, models like Gemini or ChatGPT represent Anglo-Saxon context. Same with the DeepSeek, for example. They represent the Asian context, for example. When you ask ChatGPT to generate a photo showing Warsaw Street with a tourist following the path and looking at the most beautiful places of Warsaw, it will generate a photo of the Warsaw that it may seem to be, but not. The photo doesn't exist. And what you can see here, you can see different beautiful parts of Warsaw combined together on the one photo. But it don't really exist. If you want to get the true story and how the Warsaw looked like, you go to the National Library and you look for the beautiful pictures of the Warsaw itself from the beginning of the century, right? Same with the models, same with the cultures, same with the words. Not only 9% of the percent is the data originally from Poland when the models are built the closed one, for example, ChatGPT or Gemini. So the culture that is represented in the closed model is very, very, very little. So as you know, especially here in China, especially in Hangzhou, in the city with more than 3,000 years of history, the language is the roadmap of the culture. It tells you where its people come from and where they are going to. It comes all to sovereignty risk. OpenAI, Google, Anthropic, even DeepSeek, and others are the intelligence orienters. So when the data is the new oil, who owns the data? When the algorithm is the new king, who decides what is true and what is not? And there's a situation that is called the lock-in is the new prison. What happens when someone raises the price or cuts off our access? Look what, for example, what Claude did. Here comes the community and unfair advantage of community and open source models. Let me please introduce to you. The photo was taken at the GOSIM conference in Paris a couple of months ago. This is the part of the Bielik's team, the people who stand behind the best Polish open source model available right now. Bielik is well recognized not only by the communities, but also got plenty of awards. For example, this is the guy here standing here, is the godfather and the founder of the Bielik story, Sebastian Konradzki. If you are looking at the video right now, cheers from China. And he's on the stage gathering the prize for best NGO in Poland a couple of months before. But just to give you some feeling of the progress, what Bielik's done, when it was published as APT3, when he was asked about the chicken, what do you know about chicken? The answer was, they usually have 4 legs. Later on, a couple of months later, it occurred that Bielik has grown up, and right now the answer is quite complicated, actual, and to the point. So chickens have short legs, a stocky build, and distinctive feathers, including a crest on the head in roosters. Of course, this is an example, but it shows how dedication, energy, and time spent on building the model works. Right now, this is the largest Polish text dataset, including more than 3 terabytes of raw text data, more than 3 trillion characters, almost 1 billion documents, and 123 billion words. Bielik as a solution is small, smart, and sovereign. If you compare that, for example, with cars, it's like a small electric car in a big city. It's not a truck, it's a small, very flexible car. Of course, it's energy efficient, it's confidential, it's customizable, and cost effective, what's very important. It's done by community, which is priceless, and comparing that to the cost of building the closed models is also very cost effective. Creating a commercial dataset of speaklish quality, estimated cost is about $2 million. The closed source 7 billion models is approximately 9 million. There's also one thing that I'd like to share with you. That was the June 12, 2025, the GTC that you've probably seen, and the CEO of NVIDIA announcing that Bielik will be partnering with NVIDIA and Perplexity from June. Bielik was announced as an NVIDIA NIM microservice and its integration with Perplexity answer engine. The common goal of this announcement was to secure that the models will represent the 24 official EU languages in the Perplexity. If you'd like to chat with Bielik and to get more about Polish culture, about the Polish words, about the Polish culinary, please try it. Thank you very much.
We have vision, but we have proof how we can do it. This is the one slide that some of you may already seen in the morning. You can see, like 1 year, we produce many of the models you will see here. But just look on your right side. Exactly, this is the very small team that produced all these models, working after a regular job. With super ambition timeline, you see it on your left, and with huge help of academic supercomputers from Krakow. And imagine, if you know the numbers of Qwen, DeepSeek, or ChatGPT, how many people work there, and compare with Bielik team. This is the number of our proof and impact. Two numbers are, I think, very important. There is the 765K model downloads, and you must bear in mind that to download Bielik on your computer or infrastructure, you have to have something that can do it. And you can do it, because no one ever do it. If you are a programmist, especially, maybe you can download. And active community, it's over 3,700 people right now, and still growing. And now our benchmarks. This slide and the next one show the leaderboards of models with the best results on task in Polish. And as you see, the better models are biggest one. When you check the parameters, only Bielik with 11 billion parameters have such high scores, and also here, only like ChatGPT, Mistral, or Llama have better results, but look at the number of parameters. And this is kind of very crucial one, and showing the future for Bielik, because you could think Bielik work only in Polish, and that's not true. You see how the models are getting better here. And while we improving Polish, that is quite hard language, we manage significantly increase results in other European languages. That is very crucial, because European languages, the smallest one, is outside of big LLMs, and these benchmarks, I think, show good future for other nationally in Europe. And now business cases. This is the slide according to Samail just talked about. Bielik is a model that you can download on-premise and train on your data. That is data privacy and compliance risk free. It's resilience. This is very cost effective because you don't have to pay for any tokens. And as was mentioned before, when you think about working on huge big data and start to count the numbers of the tokens you must pay, I think someone will say, we can afford to use AI, but Bielik have no tokens. He had a very good performance, but limited flexibility. You cannot work and ask him what is the recipe for the cake, because this is a kind of different model than ChatGPT. And the potential for AI in business, it's chatbots, knowledge management, content generation, AI assistance, handling of requests and documents, personalization, support for software creation and development, compliance and risk management. One more thing that is crucial, Bielik is on the license APECH 2.0. That means that everyone could take it Bielik on their infrastructure and build commercial solution. This is the example of one of the biggest national Polish banks using Bielik in 15 business area every day. And they build a knowledge base. They daily verified 5 million transactions using Bielik. I think that numbers are quite impressive. And legal analysis of documents. When we would like to check and making review of documents, identification of key provision, risk assessment, standardization for the legal team, but also when you are in a small village and you don't have a legal team, you can also use Bielik to check everything before you contact some lawyer. The AI could do the pre-job before the lawyer start. And example of implementation is startup Gaius Lex, which is a startup built exactly on Bielik. And it's intelligent legal assistance that take this job, pre-job, before the lawyer start. And also there is a government implementation in Wrocław city that they check every agreement to find out people mistakes. For example, some fields that should be refilled and they don't. Text correction that could be understandable for the people. And we mainly using this to analyzing context for linguistic and stylistic errors, or simplifying the wordings. And this is example here, it's Crédit Agricole Bank, the global one, I think you know it, that the simplicity, their everyday communication. And Proste Pismo, it's official Polish presidency solution that was used when Poland was in first half of this year in Polish presidency. That everything that is published is understandable for every Polish people, not in high. And knowledge bot It's how to automate responses 24/7 for everyone. It's could be inside of company or for the customers. And the example here, it's quite we're proud of, because we are support employees of National Social Welfare Office to quickly finding information to respond customers and citizens. And the other one, also governmental, it's portal gov.pl, that is customer service assistant, and indicating necessary information on the website. And email classification, it's in this case improving after sales processes or optimizing of the ticket handling process, and generate like assisting, categorize the type of email and where it should go. And one slide to my friend from United Nations. Bielik can help because of our data and methodology is open. And we think that AI could serve globally to everyone. And we start in Poland, as you see on the slide before. We start in Poland, but we sharing the knowledge with the world. And we think we could help make the world a better place. And this is my most important slide. And everyone, please look at the screen. Technology is nothing without people. It isn't working. And this is the photo of the teams and Godfather Sebastian. This is the core team. This is the most brilliant brains of Bielik.AI. And also we have a partner, as I say, supercomputing from Cyfronet, and funding companies like Divinity, NLPol, Azuro, and community over 360,000 people. And I would like to give some extra claps for all these people here, because these people built Bielik and still working to getting better. And this is a part of Karol.
Thank you, Kasia. So our last thought was, that would be great if, for example, the next edition, the European one, of the GOSIM conference would be able to be hosted in this beautiful city in the center of Europe, so in Warsaw. So please, GOSIM team, thank you for the invite. Thank you for the opportunity to bring us all here to HANGZHOU, this beautiful city. And hopefully we'll see each other maybe some year in Warsaw. Thank you very much once again.